Your startup will not die because you run out of money. It will die about 22 months from now because of a decision you're making this week. And I know that sounds backwards. Run out of cash is the #1 reason founders give when they shut down. But let's be real, that's the symptom, not the disease itself. I live in Silicon Valley, and most startups here get about 18 months of runway. And in 2026, only about 1 in 5 will ever raise the next round. Startups who die don't die because they run out of money. They die because of what they did with it. And if your founder heads down building right now, you might be making the exact same mistake. Here's the story everyone tells. Let's say you raise a seed round. You get what, 18, maybe 24 months of your runway. So you put your head down and you build. And then the money runs out before the metrics show up and you're done. That's the story, but as I said, it's only the symptom. The real disease showed up much earlier, back at the very start, when you decided to spend your runway building instead of proving. I've spent quite some time around founders in this city, and I've watched the thing happening over and over again. Smart people, amazing product, and they are gone before the market even noticed them. So let me break down the 3 things that actually kill startups here, and what the surviving ones do instead. And thing number 3 will be one of the things nobody in the city wants to admit. Number 1, and let me repeat it again, running out of cash is a symptom, not a cause. Latest research just looked at more than 400 venture-backed startups that shut down since 2023. The #1 cited cause, running out of capital, showed up in 70% of them. But even technically it's the reason for the death of startup, this is not the root of the problem. The real root that in 43% of the startups it was very poor product market fit, very bad timing in 29 of them, and broken unit economics in 19% of startups. Basically they built something that market didn't urgently want, and their cash drained trying to force it. So here's the shift. Most founders do runway math. They thinking like, I've got 18 months, so I will try to spend 12 months building and 6 months selling. Surviving startups actually do proof math. Okay, I've got 18 months, so how fast can I prove someone will actually pay before I build the whole thing? And I've watched it up close. Someone pours months into building, finally launches, and only then finds out the market never really wanted it anyways. Your runway isn't a countdown to launch. It's a countdown to proof. Every week you spend building, before you've proven urgent demand, you're not de-risking your startup. You're burning the one service that buys you the right to be wrong. And look, that alone will save you months. But it's almost useless if you fall into the second trap, because this next one feels like the exact opposite of a mistake. And number 2, you're building for applause, not demand. Oh, this is a sneaky one. Because at the beginning it looks like winning. You raise the round, you get the press, your waitlist blows up, your family finally understands your job, and every one of the things feels like validation. But here's the catch. None of it is demand. Demand is the real people paying, or using the thing like they would riot if you took it away. And those are very different planets. I felt the pull of this one myself. The trap is that your venture round pays you to keep believing your own hype for another 18 months. Because investors buying your story and investing in you is not the same as market buying your product. The survivors go get one brutal, unfakeable signal that people urgently need this. Someone pays, someone backs for it, before they let a funding round convince them that they already right. Now you might be thinking, okay Francisk, I got it. I need to validate demand, prove it fast, I got it. But here's the problem. You can nail both of this and still not make it. And this is the part nobody in Silicon Valley wants to say out loud. So number 3, distribution isn't a phase. It's life support. Here's the thing almost no technical founder in this city wants to hear. Your startup's #1 risk is not, can we build it? You're in San Francisco. You can build anything here. Your #1 risk is, can you get anyone to care that you did it? Most founders treat distribution, how you actually reach customers, as a later problem. Yeah, we will figure out the growth when the product is ready. And that delay has a name. I call it a distribution debt. And just like tech debt, it compounds silently and the bill comes due at exactly the worst time, when the money is almost gone. Here's the pattern I'm convinced of, watch for it yourself. A lot of the time the startups that win have the worst product. They just started to build their audience, a channel, a list of real buyers from day one in parallel with their product. So the actual day they shipped, they had somewhere to ship to. The ones who die build their product in a cave for a year and a half, then open the doors and hear nothing. No distribution, no audience, no shot. So here's the reframe that changes everything. Your distribution is not a go-to-market phase. It's your life support that you plug in on day one. And this YouTube channel, by the way, is doing exactly that. Building a great product with no distribution isn't a startup. It's a very expensive tech diary that runs out of money in 18 months. So 3 things that actually kill your startup. Not the money. The money, just the clock. 1. You did runway math instead of proof math. 2. You mistook applause for demand. 3. You let distribution debt come due when you're broke. Fix those 3 and your runway stops being a death sentence and starts being enough. Because the founders who make it aren't the ones who build the fastest. They're the ones who refuse to spend 18 months proving they can build something before proving anyone actually wants it. This is all of me for today. If you like it, subscribe to my channel and talk to you soon.